My shorty, she on the phone, she off the chain, she off the wall. Pick me up, 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 pick me up. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, off the wall. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. What's up? 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 What's up, Dream Team? What's going on YouTube? What's up, Facebook? We're gonna have some fun now. We're gonna have some fun. But today we gotta get down to business. Business as usual. You know, I had people call the police on me in the middle of the night that tried to bully me. And when I stuck up for myself, they want to call the police. And I wasn't even talking about them. So now I see the lady that want to be trying to hold prayers and hide their hands and do certain stuff behind the scenes. And it's crazy. Dana and his unsung video. What up, Angie Walker? What's going on? Shout out to Facebook land. All the folks over there that's watching and stopping in. And I'm going this route on both platforms because this person has polluted the platforms with nothing but lies and hate. So I just want to see who the fuck you really are. Excuse my French. But we're going to show some things because they said I got magical powers where I hold people against their will mentally. Shit. Everything they accused Robert of, they came backtrack and accused me of. But see, the difference between me and Robert is Robert, he ain't say nothing. Y'all know me. I'll fight your ass back. So the question is, who is Sylvia L. Parks? A.K.A. Sylvia Tumusiime. Who is she? Well, I thought it was a lady that was cool. I met her daughter before I met her. I thought everything was fine. I thought she had my back like I had hers. But the whole time she was snaking me. I should have known better. Especially when she gave R. Kelly, and I'm going to use that, when she gave R. Kelly address out. So I knew I had to record to cover my ass because some shit was coming down the pipe that I knew I would have to have backup for, but I didn't want to believe it. So with that being said, I started doing some research of my own. Then I seen all of my private stuff coming out. And the only person that was close to me to do that was Sylvia. Nobody knew that my job was connected to where I stay, my crib. Nobody knew that Checkers was right around the corner from where my crib was. Only Sylvia. So when certain people that she started rocking with start rolling with it, I knew where it came from. But it can put you in a dangerous situation where Sylvia, just like she could have had R. Kelly killed by giving out the address, she could have had me killed as well. I have not put out her address. I won't do that because I have respect for her husband, Ronald. I used to have respect for her daughter, Dallas, until I seen what I seen and the lies that was told. So now the respect is out the window. Dallas is a sitting duck, just like her mom is. So at the end of the day, I hold no loyalty to motherfuckers who didn't hold loyalty to me. I hold no loyalty to people who play with God and make it seem like it's something different. Hold on. I hold no loyalty to people who try to use me for their own personal gain because they know what comes with me. They know the content that come with me. They know the connections that come with me. I've been there. I've done that. I lived this life a long time, but a short time. So you can say I've been here before. That's what it feels like. But if you look at what the backdrops say, that's weird. The backdrops say, here's a big fuck you to all the two-faced bitches, backstabbing, fake ass friends. I can't read the rest, but that's what it says. Then people that get on live and want to pray and do all this satanic shit. And then right after they do it, here comes the devil. You want to lie, you want to do things. Then you put the car information that I'm helping y'all out with. I'm helping y'all. Or should I say, I'm helping your husband with his credit because a car payment was never late. I held my end of the bargain. But then you come and say, I just want the car back. You could have called me and said that. But since I heard it through YouTube, and since you don't listen to your husband, I'm sad to say this, but I'm not sad to say it. Because when Levi and Larry helped you, Sylvia, when they came and told me, Dana, you was wrong, you shouldn't involve that man, I backed away. But then you kept poking. So now you have woken the beast. Like I said, I listened to the lies like he had us trapped under his spell and he did see that. Y'all act like I was fucking y'all. I wasn't. Y'all act like y'all was living in the same establishment with me. You wasn't. Sylvia, you live 45 minutes away. And you are the closest to me. 45 minutes away. But yet I had y'all trapped in Stockholm Syndrome. Y'all been fucking with the savages too long. But I get it. Y'all wrote letters to Rob in jail saying I'm doing this, I'm doing that, upsetting him. I got all that. I just wasn't saying nothing. Good morning, everybody. I just wasn't saying nothing. I was holding my mule, as the church folks say. But you fucked up. And this way you fucked up at. The first time you fucked up is when you gave the gym to where we hoop at, to where Robert hoops at, to somebody who you know wasn't good for him and Jasmine. The second time you fucked up is when you tried to tamper with federal evidence with trying to put that audio that Dr. Rice gave you to put out. That's when I said, fuck it, I can't fuck with her. And if your sidekick tell you the truth, that's what I told her. I can't fuck with you no more behind that because you won't catch me on a wiretap. The third thing where you fucked up at is when you came public and started telling my personal business in a relationship that I had with your husband as far as the car situation. That was nobody's business. The fourth time you fucked up, now that's one strike over, is when you kept poking and kept doing this and kept doing that and kept doing that. The fifth time you fucked up is when you said I was talking about Randa's son. And I was clowning her son. Ain't nobody ever clowned her son. I called his name. I never clowned her son. I don't play those games when it comes to kids. Always said he's innocent, and it came back to me that he was disrespecting me in front of his mom. His mom ain't say nothing, and I said I refuse to believe that Randa would even do that, even though I don't like her ass. I said that. The sixth thing that came to me is the bullshit that you've been spewing, Sylvia, and then the police report in the middle of the night. Y'all tried to bully me. Y'all doxing me for almost 2.5 months. I overlooked it. So if you ever wanted to get on your live and do a prayer, today will be the day. Because I don't give a fuck what comes out of this. So let's talk about it. Before I go down that road, because I know what this road going to lead to, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of where I'm at with this. Listen to the song.
I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time, please leave me alone.
We want officers who didn't choke, as well as the officers that stood around. Oh, shit. Now why the fuck did you call them cops? Oh, shit. Your hands up, you still getting shot. Oh, shit. Did it go now? They're out on patrol. Oh, shit. Did it kill computers? Did it kill some more? Walking here on that bullshit, I've been turned up all day busting shots. Ever since Mike Brown went down my whole city like fuck a cop. Run the red like fuck a stop. Bust his head when you buck the clock. Count my bread up, I run the block. I don't play around with you, come clock. Right to you if you really want this, my heart cold. I see something hot. Blowing kush, but I'm staying focused, cause niggas moving, they thinking out. That shit got my brother shot, standing right in front of his mother spot. But they got about 10 of them popped, and last night another one of them dropped. We don't do no peace treaties, no backing down, no calling quit. Get tell these niggas how quick bro can get on my New Orleans shit like, whoa, hey, say bro, you must not know me. You want war? Okay. Oh shit. Now why the fuck did you call them cops? Oh shit. Your hands up, you still getting shot. Oh shit. Did it go now? Yeah, go get the strap. Yeah, go get the strap. Yeah, go get the strap. Go get the strap. Nigga, go get the strap. Fuck that. Niggas out here acting blind. Never catch us lacking blind. Stupid. You think we ain't
don't like the way you acting, blood.
What up, Deja?
Miss you, sis. Pulling up, shoot up the whole whip. That's his man. Hit him too. That nigga down with him. Take his friend. See who else be hanging around with him. He can get it. Him too. Nigga go get the strap. Load it up. Spin the block. I know where them niggas at. Where they at? Who they with? Them niggas getting smoked. Line them up. They ain't hard to find. All the niggas broke. Old dog. Nino Brown. Michael Jordan. What? Be like Mike. Yeah, right. I wanted to be like Tuck. Big Cuban. Flooded Rolly. I see your eyes. Get your clap. If I think you think about trying it. I ain't so cool. First off, all y'all niggas suck my dick. Matter of fact, suck my dick with your mother's lip. Stupid. Niggas running out their mouth. Y'all dead ass like I'ma put you in your fucking mouth. Matter of fact, I'ma smack fly out you, boy. Are you dumb? I'ma beat the brakes off you, boy. You some gas what I smoke, nigga. Nah, on this dick your mother choke, nigga.
Oh yeah, Deja, we gotta link up. I'm definitely in an A.
Yeah, go get the strap. Yeah, go get the strap. Go get the strap. Nigga, go get the strap. Man, fuck that. My niggas about that action, blood. That's one thing. My niggas got that strap.
Pay attention to 50 Cent verse.
My niggas get the clapping, blood. I don't like how you acting, blood.
I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang. Don't play me like a pussy. I will pull up and bang bang. Niggas get knocked out, the city gon' pop out, hop out, wop out, and hit the whole block.
What's going on, B-White?
Blow the whole stock out, and I'm not what I'm about. I'm a one-man band. I bring the drum out and dump it. Spin your block, 1 o'clock, blowing the trumpet. I'm with the shits. My niggas still hit the licks. I'm stupid rich, still doing some stupid shit. You niggas know the vibes. Scared to come outside. That's the 3rd time you've been got.
Hey Deja, put your number in my inbox.
We on a different type of time, we on some different shit. Now nigga, don't you play with me,
Play with a bitch.
I ain't ran into a problem that I can't fix. Hit your ass upside the head with a full stick.
I told you, I ain't never had a problem that I couldn't fix. So if you want to play with somebody, you play with them people over there. You don't play with Dana J, man. Early morning shenanigans. And I'm telling you. So let's get into it. How can a fraud come at a real person? Where do I want to start first? I'm going to start here. Sylvia, the young lady you had in your camera, when you tried to do a whole reality show on your husband, and you tried to make it seem like he was going to hit you, and you know that's not even in his character, and you did all that shit for the motherfucking internet. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You always said that you wanted to get a divorce. You always threw Ronald Tumusiime under the motherfucking bus. You always said, I'm a person of good stature. I believe in the Lord. The Lord got me. You're a fucking liar. You're a devil. That B word almost came out. I'm controlling that. So, Sylvia, since you want to throw rocks and hide your hand, I'm going to throw a rock and show you my hand. Have you told everybody what the real problem was? How you went to the internet telling everybody that you ain't pleased by your husband and that he take all of the money that he earned and send it back home to his family and you don't like his family? Have you told that? I told you, I hold no loyalty nowhere over there. Only loyalty I hold is the people that stay loyal to me. So, have you told your folks that? Have you told your folks that you was on camera grabbing other men's dicks and you're a married woman? Have you told everybody that you really believe that your husband was guilty for touching the young lady that was in the camera? Ruth? Have you even told your husband that you believe that he was guilty, but the only reason why you stand is because he's the breadwinner and that he pays for everything? I bet you didn't tell that. So if you're going to tell something, tell it all. I bet you didn't tell your people that Ronald is not even supposed to be in the same house with Ruth. And that's what the main problem is, because you keep bringing Ruth back to the house, even though she's over age, and he don't feel comfortable being there, per your words. Per your words. So how can you say you love a man, but you calling him a pedophile in the same breath? But then you fight for R. Kelly, as you say you do, but you link up with the people that's hurting him. Make it make sense. And I'm going to walk you down that road. This the road that you didn't want the people to see. Y'all pull up my age and y'all doxing me, and I know where all that shit came from, Sylvia. So why do you sneak Ronald? Why do you sneak Ruth in a house knowing that she not even supposed to be there when Ronald was there because of the case that y'all had? And Ronald spent the year fighting this case, telling the truth, and the whole time you believing that Ronald touched that little girl, which we all know she have mental capacities that's gone. But you lied on me and say, I was going to buy a truck with the dollar for the king money. Sylvia, let's unleash some shit. Well, that's enough talking about Ronald and Ruth, the R&R, because you are an endangerment to that man. I understand why you never had friends now, because you did fuck shit. Sid, we ain't talking about Daz right now. Fuck him. You did fuck shit to hurt people. People that genuinely had your back. But now you done crossed the Joker and you entered into a world that you know nothing about. So like I say, if you're going to call the police, I'm going to give you a reason to call. Let's talk about it. Because any good mother is not going to, any good mother, and I don't give a fuck if the man is paying bills or not. Any good mother is not going to have none of their kids around a man that they truly believe and that they going out and telling people that Ronald, their husband, that they believe that he did it. It took a year for that man to clear his name. And you sneak dissing the man that you supposed to say, oh, I love for better or for worse. You telling everybody, I'm sexually frustrated because that's all he do is work. He don't spend time with me. Georgia girl, you hit on the head. I told him to leave me alone when he had a chance. That man works because he got bills to pay. He's taking care of the household there with y'all, and he's taking care of his family in Africa. And the way you treating him is fucking wrong. But that's not my cross to bear. Let's get into some shit. Sylvia, do this man look familiar to you? Do this man look familiar to you? That's all I want to know. Is do this man look familiar to you? Do this man look familiar to you? Well, his name is Muhammad Sawibufu. What do he have in common with Sylvia? Let's talk. When he was sentenced on Monday to a 40-year jail term for murder, kidnap, and aggravated robbery, the burly Muhammad Sawufu remained composed, but on his way out of the dock, his mask of collected calm slipped as he confronted journalists. He said, "I have been framed. I never killed anyone." He was wailed as Uganda prison's waters whisked him from the High Court, Kampala, moments after Justice Flavia Anglin Senegoa sentenced him and 7 others to 40 years in prison. He said, "I'm going to appeal, definitely, because some of the state witnesses asked me for SHS's shits, 10 billion, or else they would go in court and give evidence against me. It was police that arrested her. How then do you convict me of kidnap?" So Wibblefool said as he walked out of the dock. So Wibblefool, 36, will be 36 years of age, will be 76 years old when he completes his sentence. So Wibblefool, the proprietor of Pine Car Bond located in Lumumba Avenue, located on Lumumba Avenue and Kampala, and 7 others, Godfrey Kayaza, Philip Morambe, Yarari, whatever. Y'all get the point. These names are crazy. A special car hire driver sentenced to 7 years of imprisonment were a fortnight ago, convicted for their role in the murder of former Centenary Bank employee Betty Donna Katashabi, who they accused of failing to pay a balance of $9 million shiz for a car she bought from the dealership. Wow. Upon hearing the submissions of all counsels and given them the best consideration that I can under the circumstances, the convicts are sentenced as follows. Count 1, which is murder, the convicts are sentenced to 40 years imprisonment each. On count 2, which is aggravated robbery, they are sentenced to 20 years imprisonment each, in addition to which they should jointly pay compensation of 100 million shiz to the family of the deceased. On count 3, which is kidnap with intent to murder, they are sentenced to 30 years imprisonment each. Senegoa ruled, sending the courtroom into loud murmurs, tears of joy and sorrow. Sisabufu's friends who packed the courtroom and the outside followed proceedings from windows and live television on their smartphones. On hearing the sentence, they questioned the objectivity of the judge. She's been biased. You could clearly hear it from her words. One old man told a colleague, "Does she know that 40 years mean herself? She might not be 40 years old. How can she then sentence someone to all that time?" Another teary young man said in expiration. Katusabe's relatives, many of whom were wearing t-shirts with inscriptions, no one will spill blood and get away with it. Thank God for justice served. I have heard him and his lawyers say he has young children to look after. What about our sister? Didn't she have children? We are contending with the punishment. Even if it was only 5 years, it would be fulfilling because a person who has been calling himself untouchable has been finally touched. An emotional Sylvia Tumusiime, a sister to the late Katusiba, said her brother Brian Mazzagli said, as a family, they are not even interested in the 100 million compensation. We don't want blood money. Our sister life isn't worth 100 million. You don't know how many times we were approached to try to silence us with promises of millions. Mazzagli said. Now wait a minute. If you was born in New York, right? And I understand you married an African, but how the fuck is a true African your fucking sister when Ronald's last name is Tumusiime and so is yours? So how the fuck did you pull this off? How long have you? Okay, you met Ronald on the internet through a dating site. I'm lost about this shit. Like, you into people's shit. But wait, let's get out of that. I mean, because that's confusing by itself. So let's get into some other shit. Because Sylvia played the dirty game. I want y'all to write something down. Who is Dr. Momo? That's Dr. Moe Moe. Who is Dr. Momo? But see, I'm not a man that hides his hand. So I'm just going to put it up there because even if this channel gets struck, it's my backup channel. But we're going to get into some stuff. So now, Sylvia, you can't say this not you. You can't say this is not you portraying to be a doctor and frauding people. You want me to tell you why? Because you see the top email address for Yahoo? You see the bottom address for Comcast? All connected. All connected. Now, y'all wanted to go this way with me, and I told y'all, leave me the fuck alone. So now I'm going to give you, look what I just came across. Sylvia, United States fraud obtained public assets. So you was frauding the public and you obtained public assets. Access. How did you do that, Sylvia? Who was you working with? Here's your offense. It's a U.S. fraud. So, Sylvia, you've been frauding people for a while. Who was the arresting agency? Fulton County Sheriff's Department. You got arrested on the 12th and you spent 4 days in jail in 2003. Oh, there's your warrant number. But you're going to say that's not you. I understand. Well, if it's not you, before you was Tumusiime, wasn't your last name Parks? Here's everything right here. You've been frauding people for a long time. That brings me to the petition. When you raised all that motherfucking money and said the lawyers told me to do it, they gave me the green light. Then when niggas got on your ass about giving the money that you raised for Robert, you said, oh, legal aid now. So we asked, who's the legal aid? You failed to give that information. You also failed to give a report of how much was actually raised. So, with that being said, y'all kept fucking with me. And I said, leave me the fuck alone. But like I said, here it is again. Sylvia, you about 5'5", 5'6". Yep. At that time, you was weighing a little like 160 because right now you like 210. Yep. U.S. fraud, obtain public access. Here's the lookup code. I don't have no reason to lie. This is your height, your weight. This is your name, right? Okay. Let's see if this really this lady name. Because see, she gonna try to say that it's not. So let's see if this is this lady's real name. Let's see if her name. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see if this is this lady real name. And this is what I'm talking about. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop that and I'm gonna go here. And I'm just gonna show y'all some shit. Because we looking to see if Sylvia Parks' name is really Sylvia Parks. Let's see. Okay. Infamous Sylvia. Right? sparks1565@gmail.com. So this is Sylvia Parks, right? This, I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But this is Sylvia Parks. Infamous Sylvia is Sylvia Parks. Okay. So I knew I wasn't lying. Which brings me to, oh, no. I got to go back. And see, and this is why you don't play with people, man. Because all this calling the police and this, I wasn't bothering none of y'all. I left it alone. I left all of y'all alone. But y'all kept playing. So, okay. Y'all want to keep playing. So I'm going to play along with y'all. Let's go here. Miss Parks. I wouldn't have known shit about Trent. Since you say you ain't give out nothing. I wouldn't have known shit about Trent. So how the fuck did I get this? And it says it right there. From infamous Sylvia, sparks1565@gmail.com to bookdanaj@gmail.com. Date May the 24th, 2020 at 11:54 p.m. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Mailed by gmail.com. Signed by gmail.com. security encryption. It's all there. It's all there. You sent me Trent's whole MO. Everything. Everything. You sent me his whole file. But you say, oh no, I don't give out information. I don't pull information. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. This is you. This is you. You're a fraud. You've been a fucking fraud. You've been a fucking fraud. So let's get out of that. And I'm going to show you how much more of a fraud you are. I asked y'all who was Dr. Momo for a reason. And for the people that's watching, and for the people that's listening and playing that recording, that's fine. That's fine. I want you to hear it. Because I want y'all to know that y'all gonna stop fucking playing with me. So you're going to say that you're not Dr. Momo. You're going to say that, Sylvia. Well, I do know you live in Conyers, Georgia. I do know you've been talking about forrealsolutions.com. The profile is Say Sylvia. But this lady right here is not you. This Dr. Momo is not you. And you joined Twitter in 2008, but you told me that you had just joined in 2018. I just never went this deep to look for it. Then you can't say it's not you, because who's the only one that's gloating about a Dr. Rice exclusive interview? Which is right here. So who else is it, Sylvia? That frauds their self to be a doctor when you know you're not. So I understand how it was easy for you to stab me in my back, because you a con just like your homie Don. Look, radio station commercial. Here's a commercial, but was it played? You got Steve, you retweeted Steve Greenberg. But what kills me is this right here. You play this interview and you tag Doug Anton, Steve Greenberg, Denitra Pearsall, Cherish Loves. Now look, the lady that tried to talk about R. Kelly family, look who you tagging. A view from Tracy's point. My point exactly. So when I seen this, Demetria Felder, I know you might hate me because I drugged you for 2 years, but I openly, honestly apologize, because now I know who's been giving Tracy Viewpoint fucked up shit about me. And it wasn't Demetria Felder. I honestly owe you and Rhonda an apology. And I apologize to both of y'all ladies. So let's go here. You tag Doug Anton, who don't know you. You tag Steve Greenberg, who I'm gonna leave that there. You tag Denitra Pearsall, who don't have nothing to do with the shit. Then you tag Cherish Love, the one who destroys R. Kelly kids and family. And last but not least, a view from Tracy's point. Wow. And then the interview for people who say I'm lying.
No, you do.
Y'all heard that, right? Miranda? Say something.
Yes. He said, who is this? She
Wait.
On June 15th, at 10:45, Junior and I3 finally connected. During the call, I3 said, I talked to Dr. Rice. He said you would hit him up, and Junior said, oh yeah, I talked to him a little bit. Junior explained that Jane don't want money to be quiet. Junior explained that Dr. Rice said it would be futile to pay her because Jane Doe probably would not end up cooperating with law enforcement at the end of the call. Junior, who was still in Houston, said that he would hit I3 when he got back to Chicago. 2 days. Jane Doe, wait, does it still talk about it? Nope, that's it.
Okay. There was 2 conversations with Dr. Rice, only 1 conversation with the Jane Doe. Whereabouts?
Watch this. How do you know it was only 2 conversations with Dr. Rice? How do you know it was only 1 conversation with Jane Doe? Well, let me tell you how the feds work. The feds ain't gonna put people who ain't comfortable with each other on the phone. The feds will compromise one and make sure that one gets the other person on the phone, and they have to be comfortable with each other, or they have to have had several conversations with each other. But then you say, you queen of petty.
Play it, guys.
Look,
Here we go.
play it, guys. Here we go.
Here's the first part of the conversation.
Here's the first part of the conversation.
Can y'all hear it?
Can y'all hear it?
Nope.
Okay, you hear him asking, so who am I talking to? Then Jane Doe says who they are, right?
Here's my first time listening to this. And now that I'm saying it, I'm going to stop right there. So many fucking federal violations in this shit. Not only is Sylvia breaking down what's being said, that means she's agreeing to everything that's being said, and she have acknowledgement of what's being said, which is conspiracy to a situation. That's a third-party acknowledgement, which is conspiracy. Hold on.
Hold on, all of us mute our mic.
Right. You want me to start that again?
The only person that's smart, the only person that's smart in this situation is Gucci. Because he just listening, ain't saying shit. You got Foxy lady over there that's shaking her head acknowledging. You got Randa, who's kind of acknowledging, but she's like in the fence. And Sylvia just going all in. So let's listen to the rest of it.
Did y'all hear it? Were y'all hearing it when I first played it?
Yeah, just go ahead and start it over.
Okay, I'm starting it over, okay? You hear them calling him, and he asks, who am I speaking to? Did y'all hear that, right? All right.
They said louder, please, because we ain't hearing nothing if you're playing it.
Jay Keys, what's up, bro?
So who am I talking to? This is Dr. Rice. Yeah. No, you do.
Y'all heard that, right? Miranda? Say something.
Yes. He said, who is this? She said her name. And then she said, is this Dr. Rich? He said, no, this is Dr. Rice.
Okay. All right. I'm glad y'all here. Okay.
They said that you just got on board about a week or two ago. I don't know.
Okay, he said that they said that you just got on board about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Did y'all hear that?
He's not willing to give it them because you're his new spokesperson.
Okay, that he's not willing to give this money because you're his new spokesperson. You heard that, right?
Rich just said that you have a new proposition. I just want to know what this proposition is.
Rich said that you have a new proposition. I just want to know what this proposition is. I heard that. Okay.
Well, one of the things I was thinking about, I'm really not his spokesperson, though. I know.
Conversation went too far. Now, once again, I don't have an issue with Dr. Rice. But pertaining to what's going on, if I get a phone call out the blue that I'm not used to talking to somebody from, and they say you got a proposition, sweetie, my next response is, sweetie, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Please don't call my phone again. I'm hanging up. This is what I mean when I said people, even if they have good intentions, should know the boundaries and should not be on calls. You shouldn't even be there. So now, even if Dr. Rice had good intentions, his good is now being evil spoken of by the government. Let's keep it 100. And then you have the lady, Queen Petty, Sylvia, who's playing the shit. Like, hey, everything's fine.
I'm really not his spokesperson, though.
One of the things that I'm thinking is if you're trying to do something constructive more long term and shaping your image and all that, but see,
I'm thinking of you trying to do something long term and shaping your image.
Here's the thing. If she's a federal witness, and if you are for Rob, why would you try to redirect the image of a federal witness if you for Rob? It shouldn't be no conversations. And you see two of the people laughing like it's a fucking game. This is obstruction. This is what they call obstruction. This is why they saying if Rob is in jail now and these people are doing this out here with him not directly talking to anybody in jail, what the fuck would it be if we release him? It'd be almost fucking impossible. That's one of the reasons why he's not getting a bond for shit like this. But now I'm going to play devil's advocate. I just want y'all to think. You have been named in the, well, you haven't been named, but your likeness have been put in a federal arrest warrant for somebody else. The audio that's being played is in that federal arrest warrant. You have 2 channels with over 12,000 people on your goddamn channel each. Why wouldn't you play it on your channel or go to a bigger channel? But instead you give it to a lower level channel, which we are, because we don't have the subs that they have. You give it to a lower level channel and they play it. But not only that, Your opening statement is, well, you be sending me information too. I'm street. I get it. If I go down, everybody going down. So what I did with knowing that, I just implicated the person who's playing the audio that I'm not in this by myself, that you giving me shit too. But they so smart that they didn't hear when I was telling them, don't do it. This is what caused the final straw. This is what caused the final straw. But when you have a real friend ain't gonna go along with everything you do, especially if it's fucked up. A real friend gonna tell you, yo, don't do that. No matter how it come out, they're gonna tell you, don't do it. And if it come out in a real aggressive way, they really care about you. But the only way a friend is going to be reciprocated of another friend trying to warn them is if they respect that other friend. When there's no respect, there's no boundaries. When there's no boundaries, they don't give a hell and anything go. At the end of the day, I tried to save this lady. I'm not saying she's going to jail. I'm not saying that, but what I will say is her chances of increasement of going to jail, and that's not even a word, increasement. Her chances of increasement of going to jail has went up to like 95%. Why? Because now you got to give an answer to why you obstructing a case. Why are you obstructing a case? So I don't want to hear no more of it. But Dr. Momo, this is the lady picture that's being used. So with that being said, how is Dr. Momo this lady, but we all know is this lady? Make that make sense. Then you have, this is y'all rally thing that y'all did. And by the way, I thank you, Gucci, for taking my pictures and using them for y'all stuff. Thank you. Look, everything. The people she done turned on, Sharon Wimbush, but you retweeting her shit. Look, I'm just showing you. Wait a minute. Having a lively discussion about keeping it lively in the bedroom when you are married. Hashtag love confidential ATL. Then she posted, I'm at love confidential ATL. Love confidential, loving it here. Wow. And yes, she is a 49ers fan. I'm lost. How can you be Dr. Momo, Sylvia, when you don't have a doctor's degree? This is what I'm not understanding. You are a whole fraud out here. This means that you stole somebody's identity, but then you put it on me. This proves it all. I know you as Sylvia Parks, but you said Dallas and I are well. So who's Dr. Momo? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I didn't bother to even ask this lady the real questions because I knew that her daughter was cool. And I helped her daughter with a situation that I never wanted to go public with. That I never wanted to go public with because I don't gloat over stuff like that. When I do things, I do it out the kindness of my heart. I don't like doing shit like this and taking you down a lane to show you that you're not untouchable and that I can touch you at any time. I don't like doing this because this ain't beneficiary to me. This don't help me, and it's not helping Robert. But when I see people link up with folks who don't mean Robert no good, they had rallies that got him jumped, beat up, fucked up. Then you got people saying that R. Kelly left rib, the 11th rib on the left side. We don't have 11 ribs on each side. We got 6 ribs on each side. That totals 12. So there's no 11th rib on the left side. There's not none. There's only the first particular. Then it goes down to the all the way to the end, which is the 6th particular on each side. There is no 11. R. Kelly is not fucking, he's not an amphibian. He have 6 ribs on each side. So if you have 6 ribs on each side, where is that 5th added rib that's cracked? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then you think people's going to let it go. No. Just like y'all questioning the dollar for the king and the R. Kelly Defense Fund, I'm questioning that fucking petition. And then I'm going to go here. As much as I hate Dr. Greaseface, she came out and gave a tally of what was in their fund that they're raising money for. So if she can do it, if Doug Anton can do it, Sylvia, why can't you do it? Why can't you give a tally of what was in that petition and what was raised and where's it at now and how much is actually there? Because if you didn't touch that money, if the money ain't come to you, that money should still be in whatever kitty it is at the amount that was raised. If not, who spent the money? Now, where y'all messed up at was when y'all start questioning the authenticity of the lawyers. And when y'all tried to say Dana was stealing, no. So I want to know. Janie B said, asked her twice for her money back. She ignored me. Okay. Go to your bank and file fraud charges. Let them know that you was led under false pretense and your money was stolen. Because that's stealing. Exactly, Lana. These these are the games that people play. She met Robert through me. So I don't even pay that no attention. Alicia, true. She's a whole fraud and a scammer. And I told y'all, birds of a feather flock together. It's a reason why I wasn't invited into their little unity thing. Because I'm not like them. Now look, as much as I hate to say it, they now kicking Hollywood Next out. Because she's not like them. And I hate to say that. Because everybody know that me and Earl don't like each other. Bam. How did she do it? How did she do it? Natalie, I'm glad you said that. Dana, if ribs are broken on the x-ray, they do count them different. And yep, by doctor's term, there is 11th rib. Okay. Hold on. Hey, Nana. Nana. Oh, she ain't here. Hold on. No problems. Hold on. That's one thing I do. Kimberly. They all met Robert through you. That was just such a big mistake. They used you, Dana. That's true, Star. That's so true. Star, Kim.
Hi.
What the hell? Hello? Hello? Oh, I had the wrong number, brother. I had the wrong number. Okay, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Don't know what he's saying.
Hello?
Hey, Netta,
What?
have a question.
What?
If a human break their ribs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that we have 6 ribs on each side, the other side is not counted as the additional ribs, are they?
No.
So if a rib is broken on one side, they don't say that's the 11th rib, do they? Or should I say y'all don't say that it's the 11th rib? Do y'all?
No.
Y'all counted as that rib on that side, right? That number rib on that side, right?
Correct.
That's what I figured. That's what I figured. So I had to call a nurse, or should I say a doctor, to get an information, because somebody was telling me that doctors do count the other side of the ribs as the 11th rib. There's no way you can do that because you don't know which side is the starting side. All right, nigga, bye. Rushing my point. There you go, Natalie. Coming from a doctor herself. Hold on. And if you have one rib missing, it gets even more interesting. Hey, Natalie, that's why I don't do medical technology. I'm not going to lie. That medical stuff is too much for me. I ain't going to lie. But back to the lecture at hand. Sylvia is a straight fraud. And anybody that's, trying to get commentary off of my shit, I'm going to put it up there. I did not give nobody permission to copy this, to pre-record this, to re-record it. I didn't. So if you find yourself stuck in a strike zone, that's on you. That's on you. Nah, Natalie, so you talking different stuff. I'm not going that far with it. Natalie, I'm not going that far. When you talking about the 7th rib and the up 11th, no, I'm not going that far. Right. You know what, Natalie? I totally agree. I said they may add those other guys' cases to R. Kelly's case. Hold on, let's see what Angie said. I said they may add those other guys' cases to R. Kelly's case, and they are doing that. I told them New York feds was on their ass, and they arrested Don and them. This is direct evidence. No one is reporting you. I put it to you like this. I ain't getting into it no more. I ain't going back and forth no more. Because at the end of the day, going back and forth ain't proving nothing. I got to dig into some shit. I got to break up some shit. And what I found out is that the ones that were with me can't go to the next level that I'm going to. The ones that I have now are the chosen ones to go to the next level. But now that I see what's going on, I won't get caught like this twice. And yeah, and that's true, Chris Derry. Fuck them all. I will not get caught like this ever again. And I put that on everything I love. So now I got to do what I was designed to do. And that's break down how these accusers are not victims, but opportunists. And I know it's going to make some parents mad, but hey, it's them against the truth. It's them against the truth. And my thing is this: if Robert had time to do all this, how was he able to be the successful artist that he is today? That's my question. Y'all done started already. Y'all stop, man. I don't want nobody getting a police report put on them today. Y'all crazy, stop. But if R. Kelly did all this stuff, how was he able to be the successful artist today? It's impossible. Because you gotta love one and you gotta destroy the other. There's no way you can keep doing it. Kim Smith said, Dana, why don't you play the 10 recordings that Randa keeps playing? So that way you play them yourself, and that way there's nothing left for them to talk about. Well, Kim, I don't have those recordings because I didn't illegally record nobody. All the recordings I have, that's when they called into my phone. My phone was set up that way. But people can play what they got. They chose to take that path, not me. And now that they chose to take that path, I'm not going to go back and destroy them. This is what I'm going to say. Stay on your path. But this had to happen. This had to happen. Like I said, just keep my name out your mouth. And shit like this won't ever happen again. If they keep my name out their mouth, they don't never got to worry about shit like this coming out. But like I said, you made a whole TV show out of Ronald and making him look bad. I'm quite sure you had your friends lie. I'm quite sure you had your friends lie to Ronald and all that. So it is what it is. Hey, this is the path y'all chose. So with all that being said, this concludes who is Sylvia Parks. Okay. That's fine. Okay. This concludes it. I said what I said. Don't make me have to come back and do another one. Because I got plenty more from where that came from. The question is, who sent you? And if that nigga said stroke her. And if you look at the whole timeline, if you look at the whole timeline, of what's going on, it's been nothing but chaos when they stepped on the scene. I got everything I needed to know. It is what it is. I don't need to know nothing else. I've been blaming people or a person for doctoring stuff and giving it to Tracy. And the whole time it was them. So it is what it is, man. We don't need to get bent out of shape. But when they talk, let them talk. Let them talk. Because at the end of the day, I'm not checking for them. They checking for me. If I don't fuck with you, I'm not going to play your live. If I don't fuck with you, I don't want nobody that rocks with me to know who you are. So with that being said, I thank you for the free publicity, because that's all that's going to happen. Them folks going to come over here and see what I'm talking about. Them folks going to be like, here, cool ass dude. And then what? Then what? When people don't find what y'all claim that's there, that's going to make y'all look crazy as hell. I mean, but one thing I want to do, I want to go to Baltimore for a second. I want to go to my hometown for a second. Because we got a hot little song out. It's been out for like 2 years now, right? The song is called The Money Dance. And we go in. Everybody that's from Baltimore, y'all know what I'm talking about, because when y'all hear it, it's just a different type of song. That's different type of vibe. I just want to see what's going to happen in the chat for a second. It's an unreleased joint. This is gonna be my new intro. Deshaun, I keep telling you. Think I'm about to hit the bird flu dance. Drew Hill, Keith Sweat.
For a chance to talk to you, whooping, running games, bragging about what they can do. But you can tell I'm for real. Everything I say is true. I just got to know the deal. Shorty, I got to have you there. And I can't get on. I'm sorry that you're moving because you're making. I can't get on. I feel it so. Girl, you know. And I can't get on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me rock my girl, it's on. Girl, it's on. Girl, it's
And my intro gonna be like this.
The Minnesota Vikings have selected Randy Moss. But before I get the questions, man, I'd like to say something. Everybody, one clap. Pull your 84 jerseys out. And back home, pull your 84 jerseys out. This is gonna be a fun ride. This is gonna be a fun ride. Everybody, one clap. I'm gonna play what I wanna play. Do what I wanna do. Say what I wanna say. I say, we playing stupid today. My role was to take the ball deep, take the top off the defense. Take the ball deep, take the top off the defense. If I can't get to it, nobody can get to it. I don't shine shoes, I don't tape ankles, I don't cut checks. Great cash, homie. I don't shine shoes, I don't tape ankles, I don't cut checks. Great cash, homie. Everybody, one clap, one clap, one clap, one clap. Pull your 84 jerseys out. And back home, pull your 84 jerseys out. And let it play. You can play it. I don't care how you put it on your knee. Everybody, one clap. I'm gonna play what I wanna play. I'm gonna say what I wanna say. Do what I wanna do. Next question.
You looking at this opportunity to revitalize your career?
I don't need to revitalize nothing. Everybody know who I am. This probably will be my last year here as a paid trip. You guys tell the people, mouse this, mouse that, mouse this, mouse that, mouse this, mouse that. Are you gonna come out today with mouse this, mouse that, mouse this, mouse that, mouse this, mouse that, mouse this, mouse that? Pull your 84 jerseys out. And back home, pull your 84 jerseys out. This is gonna be a fun ride. This is gonna be a fun ride. Everybody, one clap. I'm gonna play what I wanna play. I'm gonna say what I wanna say. Do what I wanna do. Do what I wanna do. You know, I am human. I do have emotions like everybody else.
That's Dana J out.